So I recently matched with one of the most handsome men I've ever seen in my entire life. Easily one of the most handsome men I've ever seen in my entire life. Only qualm I have is based on his career. I estimate that he probably makes anywhere from $65,000 to $70,000 a year. I make 4 to 5 times more than that. Do y'all think that relationships with that large of a pay gap can survive? Is that shallow for me to ask? Like, these are just the things that really are on my mind as I'm dating. And I specifically mean when it's the woman making significantly more, because I feel like it is normalized for the man to make more. But in terms of how I grew up, my mom made significantly more than my dad, and that does not come without issues. Okay?
How do you treat the man? What kind of goals do you have? What are you planning on doing? Where are you going? He's got a stable job. Shouldn't be a problem if you just have a normal, regular conversation about it.
I made a post. It said, accountability is black women's biggest ops. Some girl got in my comments and was like, oh, well, black women are more accountable than men. And I said, well, this comment just contradicted your point, because instead of acknowledging what I'm saying and who I'm talking about, you're deflecting about who ain't even part of the conversation. She ended up deleting the comment.
How am I still single? I don't get it. How am I still single? Got a job, 2 cars, own place, wash my ass, brush my teeth. How the fuck am I still single? I don't know. Is my standards too high? Is me asking for a nigga brushes his teeth, washes his ass, have good hygiene, got his own place, you know what I'm saying? Have a job, steady income. Is that too much to ask for? A man that respect a woman, take care of a woman, just a little bit. You ain't gotta spoil me or nothing, but treat a bit right. Is that too much to ask for? Is that why I'm single? Let me know.
Let me tell you what my husband told me. On our second date, I'm like telling him about the alpha males that pursue me and they come after me, and why aren't you doing that? And he said, I'm a masculine man. I'm not an alpha male.
You're wrong.
He said alpha males are hunters, but they're not keepers. He said, I'm a keeper. He said, but masculine men will always stand behind alpha men who are always talking and toting and bravadoing. He goes, and we'll just wait for them to run out of gas. He said, but we don't ever try to get in front of them. But we're the ones that's always there for you when you're crying. We're the ones that's always going to support you through your hard time. But we're also the ones you're always going to step over to get to the alpha male. Right. He said, because television polarizes, displays, and honors the alpha male. He goes, and I have nothing against them. He said, but there's a whole group of beautiful men called masculine men. And we're not aggressive. And we're not bravado. That's not our personality. But we will just be there for you.
Are you a lonely man? Because I have the answer for you. The answer is stop being an asshole.
Most men are not assholes. They're invisible in our society unless it's time to make fun of them or mock them for them struggling, even though I don't think this is even the case. I think a lot of men are happy where they're at and they're not actually all lonely. But so many women just don't get it. A lot of men are ignored, discarded, or overall forgotten unless they're providing value of some sort. Their overall value as human beings stems from that. And that's something as a woman that we will never fully be able to understand. Good men that are kind and respectful and are hardworking are the ones who get ghosted, who are treated badly. And it's so funny how a lot of these women making videos on this are usually talking about the small sliver of men who don't treat women well. But those are the same men that you guys are choosing, instead of rewarding the good behavior that you want to see, the good qualities. So many men are taught from a young age that asking for help makes them worthless. And the toxic women who are making these videos are proving those men right.
It's all fun and games when you look young until you're 32 and the only men, not even men, pause, and the only boys who come up to you are 20, 21, 22, 23. Please, release me from these shackles. I don't want y'all. You think you do, but you don't. And I wouldn't. But please.
Okay, another hot take. Listen up. Why have a lot of men today given up? 1, feminism distorted polarity. Modern feminism encouraged women to act more masculine instead of honoring their true femininity. It's created confusion and competition instead of complementing one another. 2, social media crushed everybody's confidence. Constant comparison to unrealistic wealth, bodies, lifestyle. This made average men feel invisible and defeated. 3, we've got a loss of masculine purpose. Traditional masculine roles were demonized, but no healthy new models replaced them. Men were told to just be less, but not better. 4, we've got an addiction to escapism. Instead of building resilience, many checked out into gaming, porn, really just endless distractions to avoid the difficulties of personal growth. 5, we've lost brotherhood and mentorship. Men used to grow through challenge and community. Now most are isolated with no guidance, no standards, no accountability. And finally, no accountability mindset. It's easier to blame feminism, women, or society than to do the hard internal work to actually reclaim your power. Strong men and soft women both lost in this mess. We need to get both back.
I don't know, y'all. We might be the problem because when Chinese people, when they men do nails, they are considered hardworking men. But if a black man decided he wanted to do nails, we call him gay. We might be the problem. Because why is that gay?
You two single boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, how old are you?
23.
You're about to be 24, are you a Taurus?
No, I live here.
You're a Gemini, okay, great. Makes sense, let's be honest.
My opinion on dating divorced men or single dads, you have to be careful. Because before I was like, oh no, like I'm glad that he's divorced. I'm glad that means like he had all this time to learn, like basically had a practice, life, like whatever. You are dating the same guy with the same characteristics. There is a reason why they're not together. And if they had kids together, that woman did not leave the first time. I made a video about this before. That woman did not leave the first, second, third, fourth time. There was something done bad enough to break up the family for a woman to finally give up. And I had so many men in the comments like, no, I fought for my marriage. And here's my thing, is that, or like, oh, women are the ones to file divorce. Yeah, they are. Because women stay after they emotionally check out for the longest time because they are trying to make it work. But men will think that if something's not happening in the moment, everything was fine. They're so blindsided. But it's years of trauma. It's years of them doing something over and over and over and over again. And you could have cheated 2 years ago, but she changed. She changed and she's still not okay. I've realized that you're still dating her ex-husband. The only difference between you and her is a timeline. Unless that man has a strong relationship with his therapist and Jesus Christ, watch out.
Maybe they should watch out for you guys. You guys don't seem to be focused or interested in asking any questions. You guys just make just general statements and you run into the same person and you're upset with all men because you can't find a way to ask a question, have a conversation about who the person actually is. Come on, man.
Get ready for me to go outside and make my man, the summer man, jealous because I don't know, the summer's coming up and I'm feeling hot and petty. I'm going out, y'all. I decided to go out with my friends. It's Friday. I'm off from work. Life is good. I'm hot. I'm pretty. My hair is done. So me and my friends, the ones that he don't like to be specific, are going out. They said that I've been stressing over this man too much. So it's time for them to take me out and I'm gonna have a nice little drunk night. Everything's gonna be nice and cute. And honestly, I'm probably gonna wake up to 10, 20 missed calls, but you can only be young, pretty, and turned so many times. You know what I mean? This is my third summer. Let me enjoy it. I'm trying this new technique with my makeup. So I'm going to do everything that I normally do. And then I think I'm going to conceal last because I've been seeing I don't know. I've been seeing people do it different ways. And I feel like I haven't got my makeup all the way down packed, Let me tell y'all the reason why we even argued. First of all, we was on the phone last night. I was drunk. I was happy. Honestly, I was happy to be on the phone with my man, my little dreadhead. So last night I'm chilling. I'm doing me. I'm drunk. I just came back from a drunk night with my friends. I called him and everything like that. And I'm watching TV and he's making his tacos. He's making his food and I'm still watching TV. Then all of a sudden I see him eating his tacos. I'm still watching TV. I see him brush his teeth and wash his face. All right, cool. I'm still watching TV. I look back, now we're in the car. How the heck did we get to the car? So I sit there and I ask him, I'm like, how did you get to the car? Like, we were just like, I thought we were getting ready for bed. Because normally when you get ready for bed, you eat, wash your face, brush your teeth. So how did we end up in the car? We were supposed to go to sleep together. Now all of a sudden you're up and active? Like, what's that about? I'm trying to do my contour and everything really harsh because I've seen that the concealer cleans it up and gives it like a messy, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, guys. I'm like, but that's what I'm doing. So he's like, Alicia, I'm about to just go up the street real quick. Remember that, y'all. I'm just about to go up the street real quick to go and smoke with my homeboys and everything like that. Mind you, I'm like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you mean to tell me all your homeboys is up and active too? Like, what's good with y'all? It's a Thursday night. He's like, I'm about to just go real quick. I'm about to just go up the street real quick, up the street. I'm like, okay, cool. So we still on the phone. All of a sudden, he talking about something. Can I please get off the phone real quick so I can listen to music? I'm like, you're going up the street. But what's up the street? Like, you want to listen to music? You're going to listen to one song? Like, please. And me and my counsel both agreed that up the street meant that he was going up the street to some $2 whore up the street. That's exactly what that meant. Talking about some up the street, my ass nigga. So you saying because you want to listen to music and stuff like that, but I really feel like it's because you don't want me to know who's getting in that car because that's not your homeboys getting in that car at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, you know what I mean? So mind you, I let him go because obviously I'm gonna let a man do what he want to do at the end of the day. So I let him go enjoy the rest of his night. I don't know if this technique is something I like, but we're gonna keep going with it. So I called that phone bright and early this morning after he woke up because I was trying a new technique of not crashing out right when a man wake up because, I do respect, the time that they do spend asleep because that's the best time when they're asleep because they're not bothering you. And we got into this whole big behind argument, and his reasoning was basically like he just wanted to listen to some music and enjoy his time with his friends and blah blah blah. And I said, okay, I understand. Like, I will never call you again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, you obviously hate me and everything I stand for, so that's exactly how I took it. More story is he obviously think I'm dumb, so I'm gonna let him think I'm dumb because honestly the summer's coming up anyway. So I just need him to keep active, keep on what you're doing because I'm gonna keep on what I'm doing. So yeah. And my whole thing is, y'all, I don't even have proof. I just feel it in my soul. Like, it's that mother's intuition because he's my son. Like, he's literally I know he's up to no good. Like, you know what I mean? It gave one of those things. Go to my next video to see me straighten and put this whole entire look together, y'all.
Well, he's not your man. You're just sitting up here wasting time. And you'd rather do that than check with one of the guys in your friend zone who would actually treat you right. Weird.
3 days later.
Yo, I woke up to 0 texts, 0 missed calls, and 0 emails. Did I lose my nigga? Like, damn, he is not jacking me, son. I wake up to nothing. Last time we left off, he was crashing out on me when I was in the car. But like, damn, like nothing. That was around like 6 p.m. I would have thought you would have been got over that by now. I got over being mad at him. We normally do our quick little 1, 2, 3 and then come back in the morning time. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, damn, chat. Like, he is not jacking me. He's not jacking me. I didn't even take it as far as I wanted to take it. That's the problem. Like, I don't even have no Instagram. I didn't even post on Instagram. The only thing I posted was on TikTok. He didn't even know what I was doing for the night. The only person who knows what I was doing for the night is who was with me for the night. Like, you don't even know why I called. The whole time I could have been home. But you know what? It's okay. I'm going outside again today. But like, he wouldn't know that because he didn't even check in. He didn't even make sure I was home safe. Damn, y'all, I really think I lost him this time. Like, damn, chat. Damn. Now it's just a game of silent treatment. And honestly, I'm better at that than him. But I guess it is what it is, chat. I guess it is what it is.
I cheated on my husband and was honest with him when the DNA test came back that he was not the father of our child.
Damn.
We were planning to work things out, but I would have to give up the baby for adoption.
Okay.
I didn't think that it was right that he was making me choose between him and my child. He says he's going to divorce me if I keep the baby, but our marriage vows are for better or for worse. What kind of low-life husband would leave his wife to be a single mother if she doesn't want to give up her child for adoption? All I've been was a good woman to that man. I am so confused.
I want to know how she a good woman.
Diabolical that she put that I've been a good woman to that man.
She literally got a baby outside her marriage. She didn't care about the vows, but she want him to.
So do you think it's fair? Like, he's willing to work things out with her, but she got to get rid of the baby. What's your thoughts about that? Would you say?
I understand his train of thought.
Okay.
Because here's the thing.
Do you think that's fair to ask?
Yes, I do. And let me tell you why.
Yes. Did you see how excited he got?
Yes,
for that?
I do.
Yes, I do.
Because what I'm not going to do is be reminded daily
of your indiscretions. And then raise somebody else's baby.
Now you want me to raise, and now you got your indiscretion calling me daddy.
He can call you Terrell.
Honest with him. when the DNA test came back. After the DNA test came back, and it was undeniable proof that it wasn't his. Now you're honest. Interesting.
Everybody want to be a girl. Who gonna be the boys? I keep saying that. That's the whole purpose of being.
Okay, so she's putting air in the tire, and people in the comments are mad because she's putting air in the tire. And it's like, oh, where are the men at? The men are supposed to be doing this. I got a couple things. How come is it that anytime a woman is doing a task in front of a man on this app, somehow the man should have been doing the task instead? I see a video and a man's like holding his baby, like playing with it, and then I'm like, bro, who's gonna be the women? Man's cooking, and it's like, bro, where is your wife? Like, this is what I meant when I made that video where I'm like, it's socially acceptable for women to expect things from men, but not the other way around. Legitimately imagine someone's like, bro, you're doing your own laundry? Bro, like, what is your girl doing then? What was she just sitting around? One, that is not some physically intense job where it's like, oh man, someone who's bigger and stronger needs to be doing that. She's squatting down to put air in the tire. It's not that difficult. Two, at what point in your life do you learn to put air in the tire? Look, I don't drive, but I've never seen anybody talk about needing air in their tires, putting air in their tires once in my entire life. Why are we acting like this is a man who like doesn't know how to like take the garbage out? This is hardly even a physical task, and I feel like it's a very niche thing to do. Again, it's like I feel like a lot of women on this app see men as just like laborers. Like, like what? She's doing this physical thing. How come any of you didn't do it? I feel like that'll always be problematic, and I'll never subscribe to.
How old are you?
Above 30.
Above 30?
Mm-hmm.
You're not confident in it?
I'm waiting for my husband to have a kid.
Okay.
Cause I didn't tell my age, y'all.
I think you got to be confident in your age. It doesn't really matter how old you are.
It's cool.
We all grown up here.
Okay.
You know, we don't want little girls. We want grown women.
Yeah.
You know, so definitely stand on that age. Because the older you are, the better you look. If you ask me.
I saw a post yesterday and the guy was like, oh, when a 10 out of 10 thinks I'm going to chase her. And then the comments were like, yeah, I'm tired of chasing, da 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 da. And then one of the girls in the comments were like, oh, I miss the boys, the real boys. My thing is, why are you running from somebody you want? Why do y'all deliberately push people away? And then when they don't want to fight y'all no more, they not real boys? You need to heal.
Can I ask if that? What is this? What is that? What is that? There's nothing there. There's nothing to be seen.
They have a flat tire. We're gonna fix it. Once you get it all the way down, then you pull it in here, and then you start cranking it up again.
She's teaching me. She said find a sturdy spot in the car.
Alright. Once it's high enough, then use this tool and you get these off. Ready? One down. One more.
Get my hands.
Now we got all of the bolt things out. We're gonna change the tire.
Oh, we got it off.
You will never see my hands like this ever again.
Working very hard. Bolts right here. We're replacing the new tire. Tighten them bolts. Bolts are tied up. We're starting to lower the vehicle. Alright, we got a little help for a moment, but the spare's on, the nuts are screwed, and we're lowering the vehicle. Alright, so we got the spare on, but it's also flat, so we gotta figure out next steps.
So the spare tire's flat. Okay, so we still drove with it, even though it was flat, but we made it here. We are here. Free coffee. French vanilla is the best, but they're out. Make sure you get insurance on your car. $0. The tire is fixed. Yes, we're done.
Wait a minute. Is that a man helping you out when y'all be saying that men don't help out?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I grew up in a time with major pay disparity between the lead actor and myself, even though I had been in Bring It On and he hadn't.
Can you believe that Spider-Man made more money than me on the movie Spider-Man? He wasn't even in Bring It On. I mean, I know he was in 20 projects, TV and movie before I was in Bring It On, but he wasn't even in Bring It On. How does Spider-Man make more money than me in the movie Spider-Man?
Modern women just overinflating their ego and saying a lot of silly stuff. They don't think or even care that they're ruining other people's accomplishments or overlooking other people's accomplishments on the way to try to validate themselves.
And another thing, I just want to know, why do women think that just because they're malicious, probably more malicious or just malicious, and that they're sneakier, that means that they're smarter than men? Baby, please go have a damn seat. 5, several, please. Baby, have a photo chair at this point, because it's not a brain cell there. It's not anything that makes sense. Like 1 + 1 is 2. A + B = C squared. You know, it's just, the show makes sense of what women be saying here in America, y'all. Thinking that they're one up and when you're really in red. Baby, you're in red. You're in the negative, ma'am. You're in the negative, baby.
Are you single or married?
Kind of single.
Kind of single?
Yes.
What does that mean?
I recently broke up with someone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, why?
Because like a few months ago, it was our anniversary. After 1 year, he took me for dinner. It was a nice restaurant, but he just paid for the dinner around like 2,000.
Wait, so let me see if I understand. You broke up with this man after being with him for a year.
A year.
1 year, because he took you to a restaurant and only paid $2,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he get you anything?
Yeah, just a normal gift around like approximately price was like 5,000.
So a $5,000 gift, $2,000 dinner.
Yeah,
that wasn't enough?
No, we have been for 1 year together. I expected more. You know, I'm a woman.
What did you get him?
Me.
You got him you.
Yes.
You. And
I'm
he
the
got
best gift for him, for his life, you know?
Okay. See, this is what these dudes be talking about, because you're terrible. That's horrible.
I'm not.
He probably thought he was doing something really sweet, really special, and you just...
We have been together for 1 year. At least he needed like spend like 10,000 for me.
We're cooked as women, for sure.
We are
That's
women.
it. Goodbye. Horrible.
Marriage is a trap. Do not do it. Nobody wants to be doing this every single day. It is a trap. You know what the real trap is? We traded loyalty for options, respect for attention, commitment for convenience. Now women are walking all over the place saying, we don't need a man. And the man has stopped becoming the man that we dreamed of. It is actually scary what we're seeing nowadays. We say we want safety, but we reject structure. We want love, but we treat submission as if it was slavery. The truth is, marriage isn't a trap. Loneliness and bitterness is. One day you'll wake up alone and you will realize being alone, doing life alone, that's the real trap.
But pride and ego is a heck of a drug to these modern women. So they'll allow their pride and ego to keep them lonely before they succumb to any type of meekness and humbleness and say, you know what, I actually do need some help. Am I guessing on that? No, they'll tell you that themselves. I'm strong and independent. It's hard for me to do what? Ask for help.
I'm gonna get called all sorts of things for this. I'm gonna get called a pick me. I'm gonna be told I'm not a girl's girl. I'm gonna be all the things, but I'm gonna say it anyways. We really need to bring back modesty, like dressing modestly, not getting dressed for the day or for the night or for an event and showing as much as physically possible to the world that wasn't supposed to see it. Like, I don't know when this happened. I could argue probably about the time that we started using our bodies as currency. But honestly, it's not the girls that dressed modestly. I find myself more attracted to that type of clothing. The girls that dress modestly, you look better than the girls that don't. And it's not empowering. Anybody that's like, oh, it's empowering to go out and show. No, it's not. You know what's empowering? Empowering is being able to show up to a room dressed in a suit or dressed fully clothed, modest dressing, whatever, and be able to talk about whatever you want to talk about and be looked at as smart or strong or whatever it is. That is empowering. Empowering is being able to have other characteristics besides what you look like. Proceed with the name calling, but I love y'all so much.
I don't think age is an excuse for cheating, but I will say I cheated on my ex-husband. That's what like ruined our marriage.
Say shit.
But I was like, my brain hadn't developed yet.
Oh, it still hasn't. Clearly, as we can see there, no accountability whatsoever there. Yeah. I'm getting tired of doing this because
He matched her energy and it all fell apart. I had a client who was always exhausted being the one always having to compromise. So one day he decided to match her energy. And so he stopped initiating, stopped checking in, and stopped being the one to fix things. Let me tell you, within days, this relationship crumbled. She called him cold, she called him distant, but all he did was treat her the same way she was treating him. And honestly, that's when it hit him. His effort was the only thing holding it all together. So if needing your partner's energy would destroy everything, that's not love. That is a power imbalance. Love isn't about feeling a reaction every time you feel like you need to speak up. It's built on mutual respect. Men, you deserve a relationship where you feel valued, seen, and safe. And I know for some men, that kind of love can feel like you're asking too much, but it's not. It's actually the bare minimum.
Have you ever noticed there are no female juniors? Like, women don't name their daughters after themselves. Why is that? Is it just because men are like, I am so great, this world needs another one of me? I guess it makes sense in high society, like the third, the fourth. But even the royal monarchy, there's no like Queen Elizabeth Jr.
Queen Elizabeth, the one who just died, the one that we're all familiar with, is literally Queen Elizabeth II. This was your example. Like, you, of all of the possible examples you could have chosen to prove your point, you picked this one. And you didn't even bother to kind of know that you were completely wrong. Like, why are y'all like this? I don't get it. Y'all get on this app and just say anything. And people agree with you because they don't read, they don't look it up, they don't bother to confirm whether or not what's being said to them is real. It's just incredible to me how you guys can do this on this app every day and you post it publicly and you leave it up. She left the post up even after people in the comments corrected her. Like, it's just... this app is a circus, bro. Like, it's truly a circus.
Last night, I went on 3 dates in one night. Let's talk about it. So, date with bachelor number 1. Went to Penn State. It's really cool. It was good. Really, like, into the conversation we were having. I'm the kind of person where, like, I have a lot of ambitions and drive for myself. Like, I'm very self-motivated. He's like that, too. I do look for that in a partner. I wasn't with him for that long. Really sweet guy. Definitely lied about his height, though. I was on the date with him. I got a text from a guy that I went on a couple dates, like, months ago, but ended up not seeing him anywhere because honestly, like, quite frankly, he's just really annoying, hard to be around. I'm being mean. So he texted me, he was like, I want to get drinks tonight, just like chat. I was like, okay, like I can probably at like 10 because I had another date. My second date to Omikaze. I met on Hinge. It's his birthday today, actually. He's 29. Works for Google. He's a senior engineer, like cybersecurity. I'm not like a tech girl. I don't really know like what that means aside of what it sounds like. My date with him last night was the best date I've ever been on in my entire life. I've been like giddy about it all day. Literally talk about it like, guys, it was so good. Like immediately from the start, I felt like I've known him for years. There was no awkwardness. About 20 minutes into the date, I started hating myself, making plans, have another date right after. I wanted the night to last forever. I literally cannot even describe to you guys how good it was. Love Omikaze. Tried an oyster. I tried pretty much everything under the sun. Loved most of them. It was so good for a first date because it was like a new thing. Obviously, he had gone to restaurants like that in the past. Either way, it's like new things. Single time, we would like have it, cheers, try it, and we would like watch each other's like facial expressions to see if like we liked it. We seemed to have a similar palette. Like, I learned a lot about him, and I don't want to like get too excited about it online. We all know dating history. I really am hoping for the best. Excited. Literally just did not want the night to end. Went to my other date, literally like hating my life. As soon as I left him, like, why do I miss you? Like, actually texted him that. I was like, why do I miss you? To go from hanging out with a guy that you get along with so well, I literally can't even describe it to you guys. I have never like had like a bond like that with a guy. Like, I don't know. It's very surreal. But when you go from that to hanging out with someone, bachelor number 3, just really makes you miss the bachelor number 2. I'm really excited for our third date. I think we're gonna do dinner and then the comedy club. It's just great. I can't even like keep track of the conversation that I'm having with you guys. Been like giddy all day. The first guy I went on a date with was really good, and I left the date, you know, I did kind of like confirm with him like, oh, like I'll definitely see you again, because it was a good date. But it's like when you have a good date and then immediately after have a date that's like beyond words can describe, makes the first date seem like nothing. So I tried sake. We got a bottle of sake. I prefer grape wine over rice wine, but it was still good. That is kind of my update on my adventures last night. 3 dates in 1 night. 3 dates in 8 hours. All these people are calling me crazy. Yeah, maybe I am crazy for going on 3 dates in 1 night, but it worked. I found somebody worth seeing again. We all know, like, the last time I went on a second date was like forever ago. It's only been like a month and a half, maybe 2 months. I'm so excited. See? Sounds so stupid. Turning into one of the big I hate. There's a method to my madness, and I've been itching all day to tell you about it. It was perfect. Anyways, love you guys. I have to get ready for bed and stuff. Stay tuned. I'm so excited to see where it's gonna go. Mwah.
I don't know if modern women think that men like this or enjoy this. I'm confused.
So I went on a Hinge date on Saturday, and it was fine. Like, I thought it went well. We had good convo. We hung out for like 2.5 hours. He's already unmatched me on Hinge. Like, it hasn't even been a week. How quickly did he unmatch me? Huh? That's crazy. Like, I'm offended. What did I say? I don't even know what to say. I'm torn between offended and just like mind blown. Maybe it was him. Maybe it was something he felt like. Wow.
Have you ever noticed there are no female juniors? Like, women don't name their daughters after themselves. Why is that? Is it just because men are like, I am so great, this world needs another one of me? I guess it makes sense in high society, like the third, the fourth. But even the royal monarchy, there's no like Queen Elizabeth Jr.
Queen Elizabeth, the one who just died, the one that we're all familiar with, is literally Queen Elizabeth II. This was your example. Like, you, of all of the possible examples you could have chosen to prove your point, you picked this one. And you didn't even bother to kind of know that you were completely wrong. Like, why are y'all like this? I don't get it. Y'all get on this app and just say anything. And people agree with you because they don't read, they don't look it up, they don't bother to confirm whether or not what's being said to them is real. It's just incredible to me how you guys can do this on this app every day and you post it publicly and you leave it up. She left the post up even after people in the comments corrected her. Like, it's just, this app is a circus, bro. Like, it's truly a circus.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing out here? Take this down. Do y'all ever think about anything? Oh, I'm just going to do it for the plot. No, that's silly. Take this down. And y'all be wanting men to be smart, levels above y'all. When you saying stuff like this, how can it be that hard for a man to outpace you? And this is the people talking about, I'm educated. I've got bachelor's degrees. I've got master's degrees. This is foolishness, man.
When women are concerned about men's height, can men be concerned about women's weight?
Absolutely.
And I don't understand why this is even controversial. I seen a 5'1" girl the other day say 6'1" is too short for her to date. And she was close to 200 pounds. But the moment somebody say something about her weight, it's a problem. But here's the thing. You can get a gym membership for $9.99. That's fully in your control. You can also control being a brunch bandit. You can control being a mimosa martyr. You can control being a hookah hero. You can control being a crumble cookie captain. We have an abundance of high-calorie humans. And y'all get mad when people don't accept it or when people tell you about yourself and tell you that your habits, your lifestyle contributes to that. But y'all want to criticize people for their height? Make this make sense. This is straight up entitlement and delusion. And if you're so concerned about somebody saying something about your weight, do something about it. I said what I said, and you know I'm going to tell the truth, and you know I got to go.
We're women in America. We have the highest maternal mortality rate among all developed countries.
That's because the United States has the highest percentage of maternal obesity in the world. According to the CDC, 33% of pregnancy-related deaths are due to cardiovascular conditions. It's because of their lifestyle, not because the US is sexist or whatever. Next.
We're women in America. Doctors can legally perform pelvic exams on us while we're under anesthesia without our consent.
Hospitals must obtain written consent for pelvic and similar exams, the federal government says. Next.
We're women in America. We're told our life's purpose is to bear children, but there's no social supports when we do.
No social support systems when you bear children in America? Next.
We are women in America. We know that it's healthcare.
All of the early feminists like Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Margaret Sanger, Victoria Woodhull, Alice Paul, they all agreed that it was wrong and said things such as, if it is degrading to treat a woman as property, it is no better for a woman to treat her own child as property. Dang. Well, next.
Why even continue to do this to yourself if the stuff that you're saying can easily be debunked?
I remember being 15 years old and I asked my grandma, did grandpa ever cheat on you? Now, backstory. My grandfather was the very first black boiler technician master chief in the Navy. Also, my grandmother had 11, 12 kids. In between each child that she birthed, she had a miscarriage. So she had been pregnant 22, 23, 24 times, somewhere in there. All right. Back to the present. I said, Grandma, did he ever cheat on you? She said, of course he did. My mouth hit the floor. Because why are we still with him? I said, Grandma, why didn't you leave him? She said, Naima, that man put all of my children through private school and I was never on any public assistance. She said, the women used to call the house all the time and would be like, Helen, when you gonna leave? And she said, leave, why? So you can have him?
Who do you think has it worse dating, women or men?
I think men do. I don't even think it's close. Not only are you competing with yourself, like, oh, can I get this girl? You're competing with every other guy, not in the bar, but also online, DMing your girl. You could get flown out by this athlete tomorrow. This guy could hit her up. It is way harder for a guy to date than a girl. You could go up to any guy in the bar and you could make him your boyfriend. Easy.
Yeah, but girls are always getting over. Like guys want this perfect girl, like no followers.
You're the one that's like, I want all my love to be like The Notebook in the movies.
Okay, yeah, but that's not like I say that, but like the guys that I like fall for, it ends up being like I still fell for them anyways. Like I don't only get with like these perfect guys. Like guys are always looking for the next best thing. They never like
You don't
settle.
think girls do that?
I don't. I would have settled for like some 7 loser.
What do you think it is to be a man?
I feel like it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it's tough. I feel like it's very hard. Extremely hard.
Why do you feel that way?
Why?
Yeah.
Just because the way the world has things set up.
I see.
The way women jump on men, the way society jumps on men.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't, I guess, like aware of it until I had a son. So, you know, like
I
kind of honor the black man, or I mean, I honor men, period, but I honor the black man like a little bit more than I did. I hold them to a higher regard now because I see what's out here. I have friends, I have family members, you know. At one point, I was a certain way. So it's just like, you know, that's not fair. I don't want that for them. So it's just tough. Like in a nutshell, it is tough because the world and people and everybody just expects so much, you know, from the man.
So now if you lay with multiple women, you are DL. Let me play the clip. Of course, that's the only reason. There's no way possible he just makes bad choices. The women who keep allowing him to get them pregnant, knowing he has other kids, are making bad choices. Or he's not disciplined and being celibate. No, it has to do with him liking other men. The amount of times I see y'all tie liking men to every activity a dude does is crazy to me, bro. The other day, a shawty said, boys be on boys if they only wear hats. Because you're secretly hiding your thoughts. And I thought it was a troll till I seen how many women in the comments actually agree, bro. When Glorilla said any man that gets a seafood boil likes other boys because why do you want to eat a seafood boil? Shotties was in the comments hyping that up, actually agreeing, saying it's just certain things men should not do. And I say this in the most respectful way possible. There's only one group that keeps on bringing up topics like this. When are we going to stop?
Just at this point in time, I don't know where they're getting it from. Like that, you hear this crazy stuff every day, but where is it coming from? Like, what in your mind is saying, this is it, this is the answer? Is it a TV? Just tell me, is it a TV show? Is it a book? What is it? Is it a pamphlet that you're receiving? Is it a newsletter is it a blog post? Where are you finding this reasoning? Where are you finding this level of thinking to even come up with this stuff?
I'm having dinner with my girl, and I want y'all to just notice something. There's women, all eating there. Women, all eating there. And let's not forget right there too, because they're everywhere. Oh my God. I don't normally go out, but when I do, I go out with my girls, and I am seeing something, a trend. Girls are all going out with their girlfriends. There's not like one date in
If you expect a good man to protect and provide for you, be prepared to be a peaceful partner. Otherwise, you're going to fumble that man, because a leader is not going to stay with a woman who is refusing to listen.
There was one guy that I dated who was so nice, so cute, took me on the best date, so fun. Like, we had fun. Every single day we had fun. But I did not feel emotionally connected to him. Like, I didn't feel, and it wasn't even that I wasn't attracted to him, because he was an attractive guy, but there was just something lacking, and I was able to recognize it quickly. You know, I was able to recognize it quickly, and instead of being like, oh, but he's so nice, he's such a nice guy, he treats me so nice, he has money, you know, I don't have to worry about anything with it. This is what we do as women. We talk ourselves in to situations that we genuinely don't want to be in, because there's almost like a guilt that you feel when someone's nice to you and treats you great, but you don't feel connected with them, to them in a romantic way. Like, as a friend, we could be friends all day, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I had to tell him, you know, that that's how I felt, because I wanted to be honest, and I felt like, you know, he kind of wanted to push things along, and it just wasn't fair to him.
Things that I don't care about. I don't care about the male loneliness epidemic. You have got yourself there, you can get yourself out of it. And since y'all are so strong and so capable and so emotionally controlled, then I'm sure you'll be fine. I don't care that you think that I talk about my child-free by choice lifestyle too much. I will actually probably talk about it more, knowing it annoys you. I don't care if I'm not valuable to men because I don't want kids, or whatever reasons that y'all seem to shout about. The less valuable I am to men in general is wonderful to me. I won't be your slave, I won't be your therapist, I won't be your incubator. I don't care that I'm expired. Actually, the more expired I am, the better in my eyes.
Like I say, they say all of that in the comfort of a home that a man done built. They talk all the trash once it's done. Before, they don't have anything to say. When they got to build it themselves from scratch, nothing. But once it's done, oh yeah, I'm going to be talking again.